What's up everyone, Sigs here, and today we're going to be taking another look at this relatively new roguelite dungeon crawler in which you take on the role of a healer in order to heal your MMO-style dungeon party through increasingly difficult challenges. And to that end, we are going to be taking on this new dungeon, the Frozen Catacombs. It's the second to last level, essentially, that I've done anyway, so it's probably pretty difficult, and I have a build that I think is going to be good for it, which I would like to show you all here today. So I'll take a quick peek here, just show you what we're working with. We have all of these spells unlocked that we could potentially get in our runs. 6% extra healing power, which isn't a ton, but it's better than nothing. And not really a lot of upgrades on our guys either. 6% extra damage, 2% health, and we have unlocked all of the inn upgrades, so that'll make it a little bit easier to re-roll for the party that we want, which we'll talk about here. So we'll go into the catacombs and see what we have here. So this is what we have to choose from. If you want to re-roll, all you have to do is enter the map and then exit out back to the main menu. It'll re-roll all these choices. It can be a little bit tedious, but as long as we have a setup that'll work somewhat, we're usually good with it. So what we want for this build is the Cleric. It's going to be our main healer. This circle of healing does damage and healing at the same time, so it's very good. And in order to make that more efficient, we just want all melee classes so that everybody's grouped up. So we'll want the tankiest tank possible. I usually like the Bulwark, but we're going to go with the Knight. He should be fine. And then again, we just want 3 melee damage dealers. So the Fighter's good. His cleave ability is pretty good for clearing out packs on the floors. And then the Reaper, I think maybe my favorite DPS, he usually does very good damage, and it's shadow damage, so we get a mix of physical and magic. And for the last slot, we could take the Berserker. He can do a lot of damage if he's missing health, but that can get a little bit scary, so I will probably just go with the Spell Sword here. It is magic damage, but it's 4 meter range, so they should move into melee in order to get healed from the Circle of Healing. And if you could see here too, it's split physical and magic damage, so it makes them a little bit easier to gear for. So we'll take them. There's our 3 melee DPS, our melee tank, and our Circle of Healing healer, and we'll see if we can beat this level. Now, I have not actually done this level yet, so I don't really know what we're in for. We're going to be learning together, but to start here, we have 6 minutes to clear our way through. Find 3 chests, get 3 map fragments, and get to the exit if we want to get some bonus resources. If we don't clear in 6 minutes, that's okay. We just miss out on the bonus resources. And we're going to take a look at our abilities here. So we're not really interested in healing over time spells unless they are instant cast. So I have something that I can kind of throw on people before a pull as we're moving. This I will never use. So we're just going to banish these 2, start to get some better options in these slots as we go here. Now this Light's Hammer actually isn't bad. It kind of does the same thing as Circle of Healing, but because it's instant cast and we're all going to be in melee anyway, it could be good for some emergency healing if I don't have the 3 seconds to cast Circle of Healing. So we will take that. That's a pretty good early pickup. Move our Mass Dispel over there. And we want to target on these casters so that they actually stack up. They'll drag the melee enemies over to the casters, get it all in a nice pile. And as far as the rest here, once again, this isn't something we'll use. I will probably not be using Mass Dispel very often. I do want a nice direct heal, because sometimes the Circle of Healing just isn't enough direct healing on, like, the tank, let's say, if he's taking all the damage. But Greater Heal is not really the one that we want. So we're actually going to just banish this, because I will never use this ability, and we're going to pass and just get some more hearts that we could spend at the shop. So we'll do that quickly, and then finish off this pack, like so. We got our, I don't know what this is. Oh, well, we got a new ability. So, this is very good. The healing now does damage to enemies, so if I use it in melee, it's going to be doing damage to the enemies, then it's going to heal the allies, and then the healing on the allies is going to, again, do damage to the enemies. So this is very good, but we are likely to see this again, and I still need a direct heal, and the one that I want is flash heal. It's very expensive, but it's very quick, so this is going to be like our go-to emergency heal if we need direct healing, so that's exactly what we wanted for this build. This is okay. The extra healing is pretty good, but I don't like that it reduces the radius. It just makes it harder to hit everything, all the enemies and the friendlies. So we're going to avoid that. We're going to grab our flash heal, and that's pretty much already what we want for this build. We just want to be upgrading these abilities, and we want to look for anything that reduces mana cost, and if we can find the instant heal, that's also something we're looking for. But we'll move on to the next pack. Again, we just send everybody in. Get it nice and stacked up within the circle so everybody's getting healed as I'm doing damage. We can spam the hammer for some instant cast, quick healing and damage, and then just finish off this pack. See, Knight's getting a little bit lower than everyone else here, so that's when we start spamming flash heal. As far as this goes, we don't really need lesser heal. The fact that you can cast it while moving is kind of nice in certain situations, so I'm not going to banish it. Empower, I really only ever use right before bosses, which it has some benefit. Clear casting, though, is a very good emergency spell on long boss fights where you start running out of mana, and because it's epic, it's less likely to appear again compared to like Empower or Lesser Heal. So I will grab that, finish off this pack, move clear casting way over here, and I am out of mana. So we're going to get this chest loot, let our mana come up. You'll see too, everybody heals up very quickly outside of combat. So I don't need to always top them myself. I just need to make sure they don't die, and then in between packs they should get healthy again. As far as this stuff goes, I don't like hots. I'm just going to straight up banish this. The absorb is okay. Again, we don't mind picking up anything that's instant cast, just so we have something we can use on the move as we approach other packs. So we will grab that. Just throw it over there. Pick up our first map fragment and keep pressing on here. I'm looking at the map. See if we can kind of head into the middle, and then we can branch out in various directions from there. So we got to find the exit. We want to find some shops. I will go in on this pack. Just try to kill anything along the way for loot as long as it's quick. And I can just single target this guy down. Oh, he's already done. Easy peasy. So nothing too crazy. Oh, I do need to do one thing here, which is super annoying. I have to do this every time, but if I hit my push to talk key, while I have something targeted, then it will change the target. And the only way I've found to get rid of that is to bind the push to talk key and then unbind it. And then if I do that, whoops, almost went to main menu. Now when I hit my key, it won't detarget what I have selected, which obviously it's very bad if it does that. So just keep moving through here. Nothing too bad. I don't want to jinx it, but pretty easy enemies so far. Your spells that cost 0 mana have a 5% chance to reset the cooldown. It's not bad, but I don't really have anything that costs 0 mana, so probably not taking that. Again, a nice little healing over time that we can cast on the move isn't the worst thing in the world, but this is very good. Cast time of your next spell other than Flash Heal is reduced, stacks up to 5 times. So if I need to spam this on the tank at some point to keep him healthy, then my next circle of healing will be a lot quicker. So this is actually really good. I'm just going to pick this up now. I don't mind getting the refresh, but this is probably more important. So we'll get Tailwinds, finish off this pack, throw a few hammers because it's quick, and that pack is done along with the second map fragment. So we're moving along pretty well here. We have a shop, so we'll take a peek, see what we picked up. This is health, physical reduction, magic reduction, physical damage, magic damage, and crit. So this will probably go on our tank just for a little extra mitigation. This can go on the Reaper because he does do magic damage, shadow damage. So this is a good little buff for him. And then this is a mix here of physical and magic and crit. So you see here with this guy's abilities, they're both physical and magic. So he'll double dip and get 18% from that. So we'll definitely take that. No spells yet. I'll buy a mana potion early. I always need a ton of these for boss fights. So let's actually put that here and move that there. And we'll see what else we have. Can't really afford really anything else. I will want a Scroll of Heroism for every boss fight, if not more than one, but we can't afford it now, so we'll move on. The exit's right here, and did we already? Gosh, okay. Caster group, we gotta move everybody in on the caster. Typically, the trick here is just to defeat at least one of the casters before they all get their casts off at once, because if they target the same person, it could be way too much damage at once. So pretty easy there. Something bad just happened. We'll take a look at it in a second. 50% benefit from the physical damage that comes from gear. So I'm not really going to be using physical gear, so that's not good. But this is the one we talked about before that is very good, where the damage is healing and then the healing is damage. So we'll grab that. And I just noticed we're all stunned. So that could be very lethal if we all get stunned at the wrong time. So I will need to watch out for that ability going forward. Again, let's run in on this pack. Try to send everyone in faster so it groups up. Do our circle of healing. Probably just spam our hammer here early. 1, 2, 3, and then one more circle of healing to finish this off. And again, this is the exit here. Gosh, every time I start to say something, we get a pickup and then I get distracted. But yeah, this is the instant heal I was talking about that we want. This is like our go-to emergency heal. If someone gets really low, it's just instant cast, which is great. And there's a lot of good upgrades to it that makes it crit for more and reduce the mana cost of other spells. So that's exactly what we wanted. This is basically our full build online. Now I could go ahead and exit right now and get a nice little bonus for finishing faster, but because we have so much time left, I think I can get more out of clearing a little bit here, especially if we find some chests. So send everyone in on the casters so it all groups up in the back. There's circle of healing going. Spam the hammer for more AoE healing and damage. One more circle of healing should basically do it, and this pack will be done. Everybody nice and healthy, and we move on. Another shop, so we'll take a peek here. I want to use this extra time to just see if we can get some more chests, get some more gear and spells. That'll probably be worth more than just the hearts for finishing early. So this is just going to get tossed on the spell sword. It's just health and damage reduction. Not amazing for him, but better than nothing. So we can grab our heroism scroll here, so we will. That's always #1 priority. Where did it go? Am I losing my mind here? Can we just buy it and it's not on my hot bar, but we lost the hearts? That might be a bug. And if that continues every time I buy a scroll, that's going to make this very difficult because those are very, very important to defeating bosses. Am I missing something? Is it somewhere and I'm not seeing it? It's just not here. Very strange. Oh. Okay, that's the first time I've ever even opened this menu. Shows your spells, shows the upgrades if you want to check, and your items are in here too. So we were able to pull it out over there. So we must have picked one up somewhere along the way, and then it got stored in there instead of going straight onto the action bar, would be my guess. So, okay, whatever. We got it. We're good. We got time left. We're going to go farm a little bit more. Again, try to send it from the caster first so that it all groups up. Do our circle, spam our hammer, back to one more circle here, keeping everyone healthy and doing damage at the same time, keeping the entire group healthy because they're all melee. That's exactly what this build is about. And everyone hit with circle of healing will get a buff that reduces damage taken by 5%. That's a nice little passive damage reduction. We don't care about either of these heals. Again, this one I may take just because it's a cast while moving spell. This I'll never take for this run, so banish that. We will just take the free DR. If at some point I don't have any other options, I may take that heal while moving, but for now, I don't really care too much about it. Still got a lot of time left. We were really quick on this floor. I may just leave early to get the extra hearts, but I just want to take a peek and see if there's maybe one more chest or shop or something up here. Definitely not this way. Whoa, whoa, see? All those casts go off at once at one person. That could be really scary, so thankfully the instant heal tops everyone up very quickly. And then we just do our little AoE rotation here, area of effect rotation. Finish off this pack, pick up the loot, and move on. It's pretty small first map, too. There might be one little section up here, maybe one over here. We'll just take a peek, but we're basically ready to move on and check out the boss. Let's just see what's down here. Is there a caster? Not really. Okay, here we go. They all hit me there. A little scary, but I should be fine to just heal up with this. Like so. Finish off this last mob. Okay, so we did get an item drop from that pack, so that's good. Increase the effective absorption by 25% if cast on a target with 100% HP. That's good, because I usually only use this as like a pre-cast on the tank before a boss fight, so that's actually pretty good. The refresh we talked about, not the worst thing in the world, but I'll just grab this. We may pick up refresh, we may pick up that heal while moving spell, but now we gotta pick it up a little bit because we're getting a little light on time, getting a little greedy here. I want to make sure to get to the exit at least with 1 second left so we can get the extra 100 hearts. So let's just make a beeline for it. Oh gosh. Hopefully we can take out that pack quickly and catch back up so we can end the level. I could dip in here and buy something else potentially, but we got a couple, well, at least one shop coming up at the boss level, so... Alright, we are going to make it, I do believe, right here. Boom. Okay. So we get our bonus. We picked up quite a bit of extra items and spells and stuff, so we should be in pretty good shape. Gonna get all... Oh, we get 2 chests for this level. That's cool. So let's pick this all up. What did this even have? What the... Oh, no. This must be a boss mechanic. Okay, well, we'll learn about that in just a minute. First thing first, let's equip some stuff. Wow, very strong 25% physical chest here, but this guy's magic damage, and he's the only one who can use it, so unfortunately that's going to get sold. Siphon Life. That would be good, but it's a 30-meter range, which could cause one of the NPCs to not be stacked in AoE healing, so we'll never use that. This is better, 9% magic with 3% crit, and then a lot of crit and a little bit of DR. Can only go on this guy, and he doesn't have anything else, so he'll take that. Molten Smash isn't great, because it'll usually go on the tank, and he doesn't care about doing damage. This is okay if there's nothing else here, just to get a little more damage reduction on the tank, but this is really one of the worst defensive abilities, I think, because it only blocks 1 attack. Let's see, wow. That's a really nice chest. 24% damage, basically, for the spell sword, because he double dips, plus a lot of health and DR. I think I just have to grab that. I very well may get something better as a drop later, in which case that was a waste, but, you know, it's going to probably be good just for this boss fight. Don't need either of these. This is just magic reduction. We already have our heroism scroll. Could just buy another one while we're here, but I think I'll just hold on to the hearts because we'll find other shops later. And then we need to figure out what on earth this boss does, because I see some weird mechanics going on here. 90% heat, and we have this wand. So what is this guy even called? I don't want to get too close and aggro him, but I need to target him to know what he is. Okay, he's the Frostbone Tyrant. So, oh boy, he does a basic attack. That's fine. He damages all enemies within 50 meters for a lot of damage, increased by 10% for each source of warmth nearby. So more damage if there is more warmth, and he summons slaves, and the slaves will sacrifice the caster to put out a blazer. I assume that means to say like brazier, but okay. Oh, reduced by 10%. I'm just can't read. I was going to say, it seems like logically it should do less damage for the warmth. So, okay. So this seems pretty straightforward. He doesn't have a lot of health. We're just going to buff everyone, run in, pop heroism, and just try to nuke him. But what I think I need to watch out for is I need to try to light these braziers with the wand to reduce the damage from Frostpatch. And keep an eye on the slaves, because they will come and try to put out the blazers, as they're called there. Therefore making me take more damage from this. So pretty much just gonna go for it here. Let's pre-shield the tank. Let's run in. These seem to all be lit already. Yeah, we're at 90% heat. And then what do? You just throw the wand at him, maybe? What's going on here? Do I have to light all of these? That did nothing. 90% heat. Do I need 100% heat? Is there one of these that isn't lit up? This one right here? Let's see about that. 100% heat. Yep, he's up. Okay. Scroll of Heroism, go. Okay, slaves are already going. This seems like a job for me. I'll just let everybody else hit the boss, and I will just focus on the mechanics here. So throw a couple heals on the knight. This is going to do... Oh boy, there's a lot of them. Okay, so instant cast... quick cast. Let's relight this one. Let's keep our tank healthy. Let's pop a mana pot because I'm already getting low. Wow, there's a lot of slaves coming out here. It may be worth just tunneling the boss at this rate. Let me hit him with the hammer. I'm the top DPS basically, so I can relight one of these. Here comes the next set. Let's see, I don't have the mana to really do much. Tank's going down. I don't have mana to heal him. We'll do clear casting so we can just spam the tank up. This next hit's going to do a lot of damage. We're down to 30% heat, so we just have to live and then finish the boss basically before the next one, and then we're fine. Still out of mana. Come on, we just got to kill him before he does the next cast. Okay. Alright, interesting mechanic there. That's a pretty fun boss fight, honestly, so let's see what we can pick up. Increases the effect by 50% if it's cast on someone with 100%, and increases it by 50 if it's cast on someone under 35. I will occasionally do it on someone who's under 35%, cast it on someone who's under 35, just because it's instant and it'll buy me some time to get a heal off, but again, typically I only use it pre-pull, so we'll go with that. You could get a nice fat shield on pre-pulls. But yeah, it's a pretty good boss. It almost seems like you could just nuke him, and if you kill him before you run out of braziers, you're fine. It may have been more worth doing that than like chasing down the little minions. Otherwise, if I had a little bit more mana and some more instant cast range spells that I could just quickly take out the skeletons, then that's probably worth doing too, but we did a little mix of both there, and whatever we did, it did work, so let's take a look at our upgrades. Wow, that's really, really good for the spell sword. And this is physical, which doesn't do anything for our Reaper, but it does have good defense, so he can have it for now. And then this is the defensive piece we just took off of our spell sword, so we don't care about that. Nobody can use a bow. We'll disenchant that and go to floor number 2 here. Let me just have a sip of coffee before we start. Alright. Floor 2. Again, we have 6 minutes, and I have no idea what any of these enemies do, so we're all going to find out together. Need to just be a little careful. Okay, Frost Mage, or whatever this is, Warlord, I don't know what he does. These casters target the same person, could be a problem. Wow, he froze my whole team. Oh, and the Reaper's down. Okay. Oh boy, Knight's getting trucked. We need to instant heal him. Hammer to finish the mage. I'm frozen. Frost Shock doing a lot of damage. Oof. Okay, well, we learned our lesson there. Thankfully, it didn't cost us more than a few seconds to res here, but it seems like I will still want to focus the casters, just because, again, if they all target the same person, it's a lot of damage at once, but we're going to need to at least have me move away from that Warlord if he's the one who did that big freeze, because we don't want everybody being frozen and not being able to heal for that amount of time. So everybody goes in. I'm going to stay just a little bit back, do some AoE. I'm afraid of that big freeze coming out. I just want to keep our tank healthy at least. I want to move in and use my hammer, but I don't want us to all get stunned, so I'm just going to kind of chill back here. We'll take it easy. Okay, he just cast something, so I can probably move in, finish him off, and see what we get here. So a decent absorb, but it is a cast time. I'll never use it. Master Spell now only targets 1 debuff per friendly target. I could probably be using Master Spell to get rid of that stun, potentially, if it's on everyone and I'm not stunned. The mana cost is just so expensive, so 70% is pretty good. I don't know how often we're going to have more than 1 debuff per target, though. I will probably just not end up really even remembering to do that, though, so I'm just going to grab that refresh to, again, have something to kind of like cast while moving like this, just to keep people healthy in between pulls. Get our first map fragment and move around here. I do want to be careful that I don't like accidentally run into something that I don't know what it does. New pack here, new enemy. Again, running on the mages, just take them out quickly because they're very weak but do a lot of damage. And I'll go in for hammer to finish this mage, and then volley from this guy. New spell. Increase the charges by 3, but increase the cooldown. I do like this, because this often sits at max charges. So I'd rather just have like a whole bunch of charges when I want to use it and then let them regenerate more when I'm not using them. This is also good. When it crits, it reduces the mana cost of your next spell. It's very good to like weave in these instant heals on the tank while just spamming Circle of Healing. And then this one's okay, but I'm pretty infrequently using it for damage to get the killing blow. So we'll go with this one just because it's blue. It's a little bit less likely to get. We'll probably see this one again, so we'll grab that. And finish off this Ice Fist. I'm just going to spam him down with Flash Heal, hopefully, is the biggest DPS I can do. So it seemed like that guy did a volley, which thankfully didn't do too much, so I should be able to just heal through it with all these AoE heals. Same deal here. Let's get everybody in on the mages. Let us... Oh, I need to get out of that. I don't know what it is, but I don't like it. Yeah, see, like, here's where a Master Spell could kind of cleanse everyone, but this is just a slow, so I don't really care about it. Let's finish off that mage, guys. Come on, what are we doing here? There we go. And just nuke this Ice Fist. We're making pretty good time, so I don't want to get too greedy. Let's see what we get here. Same thing that we just talked about with the hammer having more charges, but for the instant heal, it's the same thing. Like, it's not my core spell. I'm spending most of the time just Circle of Healing, right? So I'm totally good with this just accumulating more charges and being there when I need it, which is literally the name of the ability. So we will grab that. And then we have we'll have 10 instant cast spells when we need it. And I think we have our map fragments already. We do. So we could leave now and get 200 extra hearts, but I think I can get more than 200 hearts worth of items and other drops from fighting these other enemies for 3 minutes. So that's what we're going to do. A little pack here, get on the mage. Wow, he got obliterated. And we'll just DPS this guy down. Let's do this. That's going to reduce the cast time of the Circle of Healing when I spam Flash Heal. So boom, everybody nice and healthy for the next pull. Cast that refresh on him, so he's got a hot, healing him up as we move. Put a big shield on him for the next pull too. And just rinse and repeat here. That mage will get absolutely deleted. And then we will just nuke down the Ice Fist. I am out of mana, but that's okay. I wonder if this does... Yeah, it does some damage. It's not bad, and I got like 100 of them, so... Hopefully I don't need them for other bosses, because I might just start using them for damage. Maybe I should hang on to them in case I need them for the other bosses coming up here, I don't know, but... Kind of nice that we got a whole bunch of them for free. And we got a bunch of map up here, maybe some more down here, so okay, what do we got? A Death Freezer and an Ice. So let's just nuke this guy, I guess. Whoop, here comes the volley. Just heal through that. Everybody's nice and healthy. That's really bad. Okay, I saw that way too late. Thankfully it doesn't do damage, because like the 8 of them that were all stacked up there, if they each did damage, would have been real bad, but thankfully it just stunned, and multiple stuns are obviously redundant, so... That is fine. We'll take a peek around here. Probably just loop back down to the exit after. This is this Warlord guy that messed me up before, so... Get some big heals on the tank. Just hit him with a couple instant casts. And then we can do our AoE healing. Hopefully that's enough. Not quite, so we'll hit him with another instant heal. One more heal, and then I'm out of mana, but the pack's done. Okay, so same deal here. Increase the crit chance, which is really, really good for if someone gets low and I need to emergency heal them. Reduces the mana cost is great, but reduces damage is bad. We will never actually take that one, so why don't I just banish... This, I mean, I would take maybe over some stuff, so I'm just going to banish that. I would never take that. We'll get emergency access, so we get some bigger, massive crits on that instant heal if people get low. And we're just going to go for the exit. I could go exploring a little more, but why don't I just grab the extra hearts and see what's on the shop. We didn't find a single shop, so we probably missed out on some upgrades that we could have gotten for this boss, but we'll do our best. So let me pick this up and see what we got going on here. Okay, crit ring. Might as well go on me until we find something better. Health ring can just go on anyone until we... I'll go on the tank. Until we find something better. DR and crit. Crit for Reaper. Wow. Nobody can equip this? Oh, the Reaper can. It's got... Yeah, it's better. We just threw this on him for defense. He doesn't do a lot of physical. He doesn't do any physical right now. So this with 19% magic is way better. And nobody else would use that, so we can sell it. 10% physical and some DR is going to be great for our tank. And then this is 10%. Oh, he's already got a better one. I guess it's just going to go on the fighter then for some extra physical for him. Sure. Okay. Let's see what we have for spells. So Retaliation Strike is pretty good. It's going to... Oops. He's only going to use it when he's below 35% health, but it's going to reduce his damage taken, which is exactly when you'd want a lot of damage reduction, so that's good. Chaos Strike, Shadow Damage can just go on Spell Sword so that he has other spells to use while the other ones are on cooldown, since he benefits a lot from magic damage. Blast Nova, same deal. It's a close range spell, and it's an AoE spell, so that can go on him. These are both range spells, which again, we don't want to use because we don't want anyone not in melee. And we have a lot of hearts left over, so definitely going to need mana potions. No... Oh, we do still have heroism scrolls, so that's good. Don't think we're going to use the hand grenade. Let's see what we have. Another Chaos Strike, Siphon Life, which is a range spell, Cheap Shot. Actually, it would be decent for the fighter, just so he has another spell. And we have so many hearts, so we're just going to grab that. This is 13% magic for nobody that wants magic. 12% physical is not better. That's not better. This is not better. He has such a good chest piece. The Reaper does, and he's the only one who can equip these three. So, okay, so we'll just grab the Prot Scroll just to have just in case. Let's throw Cheap Shot on the fighter to give him a new spell to use. And let's see what this boss does. Moving along pretty well here. I don't want to jinx it, but what is this? Winter Storm Warden, 90,000 HP. He does, or she does, I suppose. Random attack. Freezing Rain, 6-meter radius, deals a bunch of damage, and it will increase by 10% per stack. So, I'm assuming this is just something we move out of that starts to cover up the ground. And this will slow us, which will make it difficult to actually get out of the rain. But this doesn't seem too bad. I think I just need to make sure to move out of the rain quickly as I can anyway with this slow. Again, this is where like Mass Dispel could be good to get rid of the slow to get out quicker. But I think I can just get out and then heal everybody up with the AoE heals. So this doesn't seem too bad. So let's go ahead and pre-shield our tank, pre-hot our tank. Everybody in. As soon as we get close enough, we do our heroism. Make sure we're out of the... Oh, the rain moves. Oh, no. I was not expecting that. We'll spam the hammer for a little bit of free damage early to use some charges. Want to pop the mana pot super early. Here comes the rain. Oh, double rain, and they both move. Uh-oh. Okay. That's okay. We just need to use Circle of Healing to keep everyone healthy, because they're going to get clipped by it. Let's see if I could just avoid it by moving way out of the way. Yep. So, oh, here comes another one. It's going to move away from us. We don't even have to move. We spam Flash Heal a couple times, which will speed up the cast of Circle of Healing. To keep everyone healthy, we'll pop our second mana pot. Might as well use Clear Casting as well. Get more Circle of Healing. Yeah, everybody's healthy. We'll just do a couple instants on the knight, and honestly, at this point, we just finish the boss. Okay, that was not too bad. Would have been a little better if I understood what those circles were going to do at the start, but looks like instead of trying to move out of them, you just let them move away from you and then kind of slide over, so they just do their thing off in the distance. And again, with this AoE build, being able to heal everyone, you just heal right through it and damage the boss, and there you go. So, not bad, not bad. Let's grab whatever we got here. 30 meters, not going to use that one ever. 13% physical is going to be good for our fighter. And magic and crit is going to be better for the Reaper than the one that he has currently. And the crit is not better than what everybody else has equipped at the moment, so we'll sell that. Okay, floor 3, last floor. Let's see how this goes. Again, new enemies here that I don't know what they do, so gotta be careful and kind of just learn on these first few pulls. Healer, whoops, come on, target the healer. There we go. Everybody in on the healer ASAP. Nuke these casters. I'm gonna stay back so we don't all get frozen. Circle of healing is gonna keep us all healthy, and then I could probably move in. Whoop, that heal got off. Uh-oh. So I'll use the hammer to finish them off quick, and there we go. I'll never use Ray of Light. Increases the mana cost reduction of clear casting by 100 mana, but it impacts one less spell. Why did I think... I guess because in World of Warcraft, clear casting makes your spell cost 0 mana. It doesn't actually make your spells cost 0 mana. It just makes it cost less. So a total mana reduction of 1,250 versus a total mana reduction of more than 1,250. So I guess that makes it worth it. Reduces the cast time, so instant cast, but 8-second cooldown. It's unlikely that I would ever be spamming this to need to care about a cooldown. To make it instant instead of a 1.5 is pretty quick. That's not bad, but anyway, this is going to give us a larger overall mana reduction if I can do math in my head. 1,400 versus 1,250, right? Something like that, so it's a little bit better. Grab a hero scroll, so we'll have at least 2 for the next boss. We could just stack them back to back. Ranged, don't want. Shield Slam. Our tank does not have a 4th ability, and this is going to give him 20% DR on crits. It's physical, yeah, so that's going to be good for him for now. And what do we have? 9% magic. It's probably better for me, but I mean, if I crit, that's worth more than 9% damage, and 6% crit on the current ring is very good, so that's physical, so it's not good for him. This, wow. Oh, it's magic. Well, you know what? That's very good for me. I use magic, and I don't have gloves. So there you go. It's a nice upgrade. I have a lot of hearts. I mean, I may even just buy this in case something goes horribly wrong. That'll res me, but I think I'll hold off for now. Oh, this one's almost better than the ones I just bought for myself, but I think I like the crit more, so... Okay, so we're good there. Let's keep moving. I don't know what's going on in this pack. We gotta focus these casters quick before they all cast at once. Come on, come on. Finish him, finish him. Get out of that, get out of that. Move, move, move. Okay, that was scary. I just worry about everybody getting frozen at once and then not being able to heal. I've had runs into that before, so that's my biggest concern. Let's go the little guys quickly first. Just get them out of the picture so they stop casting. We need instant cast on our knight. 7 whole charges on it. That's huge. And then we should be able to just finish off these warlords without getting frozen, I hope. Increase the healing done by additional 25%, but increases the mana. This I'll never use. Increase the crit chance. Yeah. We'll grab more crit on our emergency heal. So if someone ever gets really low on health, we're like almost guaranteed a crit, which should be very good to save them, and also very efficient mana-wise for the amount of healing that it does. Tempted to pull these 2 skeletons into the next pack, but I don't want to do anything stupid and get greedy and throw the run, so let's hit the summoner. Doesn't have a lot of health. Get everything grouped up. Do that. I'll move in with the hammer here just to finish off the casters. Make sure we stay away from this warlord when he does this freeze. The knight is perfectly healthy here. Throw a hot on him. Increase the effect if it... Okay, again, I very rarely cast that on anyone low. And this is just rank 2 of what we already have. So this is even better. And we do like that one a lot. We just spam flash heal on the tank when he gets low, and then that'll make our next circle of healing. It's just that the more damage and healing. Okay, let's get in here. Oh, they're little necromancers that summon mages. That's terrifying. But we cleared that quick. Already at 2 map fragments. And just looking for the last one here. Casters first. To my AoE instant cast hammer. I'm actually just going to spam some instant heals too, just to get this healer down as quickly as possible. And then we could top up our tank. And that'll give us tailwinds for the start of the next pull. which will be this one here. Let's focus that mage. Oh, you got it. Okay, get everything grouped up. Go ahead and throw a torch at him, because why not? Let's just... Oh no, that's gonna freeze. Oh, I'm right on the edge. Will now heal for each debuff removed, but it no longer impacts enemies. Just not knowing what this last boss does, I don't know if there's anything I'd want to purge from him, so I'm probably going to stay away from that. I'll never use this one, so we'll banish that. We'll just pass, grab some more hearts, make sure I'm out of that freeze. The rest of the team can get frozen. Whoa. See, that's what I'm scared of. Oh my lord. Just lost 2 people on that. I was thinking it would be fine as long as I wasn't in it, because I could just heal them through it, but that was a lot of damage at once. If I was in that circle, that was probably game over, so... thankfully, we saved it. Can get both our people up. And there's the exit, so we just gotta find one more chest. Let's pre-shield, let's run in. Let's get rid of the littles. Let's instant cast on the low guy. Throw out our hammer for some AoE. Just burn through these charges, because why not? And finish off the last guy, there we go. Looking for one more chest. I do want to be careful about not accidentally walking into any packs when I'm not prepared for them, though. Let's go in here. You guys get it all grouped up. I'm going to hang back just in case it freezes. And should be good on this pack, pretty much. Let's just nuke this Ice Fist with quickest heal, because our mana is going to regenerate while we're checking out the shop here. 20% chance to reapply itself. That's not awful. Again, I so rarely use it, but that's a really good value if it does, just to have some like good passive healing. And I would never use the other 2 abilities. So, what do we got here? That we won't use. This we won't use. Okay, Volcanic Smash. I guess can just go on the Reaper. He doesn't have any other abilities yet. He benefits from magic damage, so I'll leave a nice little AoE. Cheap Shot we already have, Retell we already have, so that gets sold. Wow, 1,000 hearts, so we got a lot to work with here. 30 meters won't use, bows won't use, more mana pots for the last boss, no question. Might just pick that up for the hell of it, but we do already have 2, so we could probably save our money. That's not good for anyone. That is quite good for our fighter with 16% physical, who still doesn't have a helmet, so we'll do that. And a little bit of crit for myself, because I don't have a helm yet. Why not? So let's do that. Alright, sorry about that. Let's keep moving on here. Looking for one more chest. Get in here, focus the weaklings. This is a friendly AoE from that ability I just got. It looks kind of scary. Actually makes it hard to see things, to be honest, but it's probably decent damage, so. We do need to get kind of a move on. I don't want to go too far, not be able to make it back to the exit in time. I don't even have the map fragments, so there's no point in even going to the exit without them, so I guess we're going to take kind of a long loop around and find that last chest somewhere. I could use this little movement boost just to peek this corner. No chest up there. Whoops. This way. Fight this back. The weak summoners first. Keep everyone healthy. Spam the hammer. I'm just going to nuke this Ice Fist because we need to make up some time. So I'll use the instant cast charges that have been accumulating. And we're all slowed. That's not fun. Man, where is this last chest? This is getting pretty dire here. Let's get on those casters, guys. Group it all up. Spam our AoE. We'll run with the hammer. Boom. 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 And that should be done. I don't think we're going to make this one in time. Same thing that we already have, but it's going to do even more damage based on the healing it does, so that's great. And come on, where is this last chest? I don't think I'm going to get it. Grab this movement speed. Yeah, with 20 seconds left, once there's a chest. Oh, there's a chest right here. Oh god, this is going to be very close. Oh no, I think that slow is going to be the difference between me making it and not making it. I got to leave my people there, and I got to just get to this exit with the movement speed. 3, do I pop the movement speed scroll? 2, 1, oh my god. Alright, we take that, we get our 100 hearts. We used every last second available. Cool. So we'll get our chest. I'm gonna look and see what the boss does before I start buying things on this one. So let's take a look. This is, whoa, Ice Mancer of the Damned, 100,000 health. She will, whoops, okay. She will do a Frostbolt, which is a slow. She will summon the Damned, which will do a volley. Increases damage done by 20% per second, increases damage done by 50. Okay, he's got a lot of health. 50k health is a lot, Jesus. So I probably want to take them out quickly before that damage ramps up too high. But I also don't want to spend too much time putting damage into them when I could be putting damage into the boss. They have half as much health as the boss. So I'm probably going to want to juggle letting the damage taken buff build up a little bit so that that 50,000 health essentially becomes 25 and then 12.5 and so on. Like damage that I have to do to get rid of it. I just can't let the damage get to the point where it's going to kill me, so I got to remember to kind of juggle that. Ice Spike. Oof, that's going to be rough, because whoever it targets is going to end up hitting everybody else, and I can't move just that one player. I have to move them all as a team, so no matter what, everybody's getting hit, and I have to heal through them. And then this is just, she's going to get 10% damage, or sorry, 3% damage every 10 seconds, so I do need to kill her quickly. Okay, so heals on tank for Frostbolt, heal the team on Ice Spike, kill her before this gets out of hand, and deal with these guys before their damage becomes untenable, but try to not switch to them too early so that I don't take too much damage off the boss is going to be the strat here. So let's get as kitted out as we can. We got some, wow, 21% physical. I lose a lot of my defense, but I think it's going to be worth it for the fighter. Nobody else wants this one anymore, so I got rid of that. 16% physical. It's a slight upgrade for the fighter, right? I mean, really we want magic protection for this because it's all aqua damage, I guess, but I think that's going to be slightly better. And this is just going to go on me for now because I don't have anything better. Even though I don't benefit from the physical, at least I'll get some damage reduction. This is not better. We got that really good chest for the Reaper early on. And this is a nice ring for me, I guess. I lose my crit, but I get just more base damage and more health. I think that's worth it. And then this is not then going to be better for anyone. I'm going to keep it just in case. Sunder's good. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but it's going to increase the damage that everyone else except for myself and the Reaper do. So I think the fact that it does less damage than these other abilities will be outweighed by the fact that everyone else is doing more. We already have Cheap Shot, and he already has this ability, so we can get rid of all that. And we have some good money to play with. I think I'll get one more mana potion. That's a ranged spell. That's a ranged spell. This he already knows. I could put it on the Reaper, so if there's nothing better, that'll go on the Reaper. That is probably better. It's just better flat damage for our spell sword than the crit, I'd imagine. So we'll take that. What else? Wow. I should have looked at all this before I started buying stuff, because this is just way better since he double dips. It's, what is that? 32% extra damage. Yeah, that's way better. For the Reaper, that is, I don't know, it's maybe a side grade. We're not going to do anything with that for now. And this is not really an upgrade for anyone. It's not bad, actually. Not a bad piece in general. I think I just like what everyone has better. So we get 2 shops on this last level. So let's see what we got over here. Bow spell we can't use. Range spell we don't care about. Sunder we already bought. Crit ring don't care about. I think I'm just gonna, I mean, we have all this extra money, so I'll just get another heroism scroll and I could just spam them if needed. This would be very good on a spell sword or something, but it's a slight upgrade for me. Well, it's 16% magic damage, so I'll take that even though I'm losing some defense by doing it. Sell this. And got some hand grenades, another ring that's not very good. Nice defense ring, but I'm really just caring more about health. I don't know, what's better, 10% reduction on magic damage on the tank or him having 500 more HP? If he takes less damage, I have to heal less. So honestly, that's probably better. So we'll do that. And I'm just going to buy hand grenades because I have money and nothing else to do with it, if I even remember to use them. Okay, well, we're going to use one early. So there we go. I think these are on a separate cooldown or whatever, like a separate GCD. Like I could cast a spell and then throw the hand grenade at the same time. So because of that, that's pretty useful. And we'll just get the other consumables because we can. This is what? Speed? Sure, whatever. Can't take it with us, so. Okay, so we remember the strategy is heal the tank, heal the group when Ice Spike goes off, defeat the boss quickly so this doesn't get out of hand, and ignore these guys as long as we can so that they take more damage from Frenzy, and it'll take less damage to defeat them, which takes less damage off the boss. So, you know, here goes nothing. Pre-shield the tank, pre-hot the tank, run in, and heroism, and just spam a couple charges so that it's regenerating. There's the big guy. Whoa, that did way more than I thought. Oh god. Okay. Big circle of healings. Need to use my mana pot early so that it comes back off cooldown again. Thankfully the boss is going down quickly. I think this Ice Mancer is ready to be killed. Here comes the Ice Spike. This is gonna hurt. Yup. Need to get rid of that guy. Good. Out of mana, clear casting. Come on. Come on. New heroism scroll. Circle of healing. Mana pot's up in a few seconds. Tank needs some emergency heals. Oh, boss is almost dead. Phew. Okay, woof. That was a race. She was doing a lot of damage. That got scary. Okay, but yeah, I mean, you see, this build works pretty well, so doesn't matter what dropped. I don't know why they even dropped stuff, because it's over. We did it. So, that was easier than I thought it was, honestly. These two levels here, the Hellfire Sepulchre and the Frozen Catacombs, I think are on like the same tier as far as difficulty goes. It's like this is the first level, and then these two are kind of the next tier of difficulty, and then these two. The Sepulchre was way harder. That wasn't too bad. Basically, don't get caught out by the freezes, and you should be fine. And there's one more level left. It's the last level. Not sure how hard that's going to be, but I do very much like this build. As you can see, you know, we got our pieces early, thankfully, with the Circle of Healing obviously baked in, and then getting good upgrades for that, getting our Flash Heal so that we have something in case Circle of Healing isn't keeping up on tank healing, instant heal for emergencies, you know, a little bit of free healing over time and shielding on an instant cast while we're moving, right there. Yeah, I mean, it works pretty well. This build works well. Definitely would be fun to play around with some other classes and stuff, but like, you know, I've like tried runs as the druid and stuff and just can't even finish levels. The healing over time just isn't good enough. So I think this is kind of the best thing I've been able to come up with. Why don't I just buy some crit? Because I'm greedy and like damage and some health. There we go. Now I feel less bad about opting for offense first. And yeah, that's going to be it for this video. So I hope you find this helpful if you're looking for builds to help you get through these levels. And we'll probably do one more video on this last level, and then, you know, that'll be it. But that is all for this video. So thanks for watching. Hope you found it helpful, and hope you have a good one. Take care. Peace.